Hello, one and all. This is Luckless Lovelocks. Welcome to the Stanley Parable. I've been waiting a long time to play this. I put it on the patron poll for June, and this is the game that won. I'm so looking forward to playing this for you guys, and thank you so much, patrons, for the support for the month of June. If you guys want in on a vote for a game that I'm going to stream or a game that I'm going to let's play, you can go to my Patreon at patreon.com/lucklesslovelocks and pledge $5 or more. And you'll be able to vote on a game that I'll play. 2 games, one that I'll stream, one that I'll YouTube every month. Thank you guys so much for your support. This is going to be a hell of a ride, I think. I'm going to try to do it in one shot, and we'll see where it goes from there. Oh, this is going to be fun. Let's do this.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
And it begins. I should let you guys know that this is totally blind. I've never seen anyone play this, or have I played it myself? It's a well past quitting time. Okay. I have no idea what to expect. Can't go in the doors, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Wait.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Is it just gonna narrate everything that I do? Oh, Stanley has trouble walking through doors. It's like, oh my god. Everything is just all the same. I hate Mondays. Okay. This is actually kind of freaky.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh. Okay, let's go right. Let's be rebellious.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Sure, yeah, that's exactly what Stanley wanted to do. Okay, let's do that. Go rebellious, I guess. Looks like a basement over there.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Of course, it just... It is. It's a gorgeous room. Let's be honest here.
Yes, really worth it being
Okay,
here in
okay,
the
okay.
room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I want to read that. I want to read everything. Okay, I get it, narrator.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I don't think so.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, so what is this? There's some blueprints. It's like a factory floor. A4, okay. Like a warehouse floor? What does it say? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. But will also be dead. Oh, God.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
What happens if we walk off?
There's someone you've been neglecting. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
That's it! Did I win? Okay, alright, well, there you go, one
All
ending.
His co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
They were lying about jumping off the platform.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we went right last time. Let's see what happens if we go left. Just run into the door there. Door frame. The narrator didn't say anything.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Rip France. Oh, poor France. Looking targets admin. Ideas and development, just reading random things. Okay. IT department. Complete today's unfinished agenda items. Right next day's agenda. Reflect. Targets. Push for funding for R&D. This is just all like random office stuff. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire someone to synergize papers. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizer guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of... Oh, something's wiped out. Not cost efficient. Standardized graphs 40 times wide. Get Chris out of the broom closet. More synergizing of papers. Okay, this is like classic PowerPoint template right here. Oh, solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined toward conflict, unless you're the kind of person who initiates conflict. I didn't read it all. This. What do people want? Things, money, more money. Things. But with money to buy more things. Graphs. Graphs? Question mark? Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. It's all about graphs. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing. Oh, God. Dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. It's kind of the way it goes. Bi-quarterly post-review. We need something more / less reviews. 402 plus 405. Want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule. The death sport portion. I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers. More water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip. To appeal to teenage demographics. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big nets. Some sort of child trap. That's pretty good. Size of demographic, teenagers. A lot of percent. Space between the teenagers. There's something in the ideas bin. Work harder, hard worker. Okay, all right. So much stuff to read. Synergize. There's a lot of synergizing going on here. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market. Parade. Something. Monetize free to play. Oh yeah. I mean, that's already been done. These guys are way behind the times. Broom closet. Oh, wasn't someone in the broom closet?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
They were gonna follow the narrator this time. 'Cause we're a sheep. Oh, it's beautiful up here. Executive bathroom.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
How does the narrator know? So because we have no choice. 2845.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Oh, God.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
It's the deep, dark secret. Boss is hiding. Look at that camera way up there. Okay, now this is pretty creepy. Oh, we're going down. Far down are we going? Why is there so many loading screens? This game's just not, it's not optimized. This game's not
Descending
optimized.
deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What's in the basement? Oh. Whoa, okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Escape. Okay, well, we're behaving this time. Escaping's not... is probably the smarter idea. But yeah, I like mind control. Maybe we'll learn how to do it. That camera. And we're locked in. Okay. So the big light bulb button. What did that say? Bunch of numbers?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
See, I see something up there. We have some platforms to go to. Surveillance camera button. All right, let's get that going.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature
Fired.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I don't know. I wonder which ones are. Oh. What were we again? 352? Pirate? Does it say pirate up there? Pretty sure that one at the top said pirate. Oh. Pirate. Okay, we got pirates working for us. Very interesting.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
I could believe
Had
it.
he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
We're just following this guy around.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
All right, we got a mission, Stanley. Okay, we can go the facility power, but we can also go over here. Where does this take us? 4. 0142. Okay, okay. There's a 4 there. Maybe we can find other buttons that have a 0 and a 1 and a 2. Ah, yes. Where's the 0? Or do I just put it in 142? Let's try 142. It's worth a shot. There are other numbers over there. Oh, I see. There's 521. But there's a 0142. That screen there. I think we need to hit the 0. 5. 3. I don't see a 0. What is this? Console disabled. Okay. And what's down here? Pretty red lights. 521. Okay, I tried 142, didn't do anything. Let's move over to the facility power facility. Mind controls idle, awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
On?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Oh, shit.
After they kept you enslaved all these years,
Oh, shit.
you go and you try to take
Oh, God.
control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Okay, turn it
I'm
off.
afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent,
Okay.
Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh my God.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire
Oh,
complex.
God.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
Okay, let's get the hell out of here.
Things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your
What have we
time
done?
to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape
Oh.
it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
What's this?
Mere moments
Three?
until
Three?
the
Go
bomb
home.
goes off. But what precious moments
Three?
each one of them is.
Three?
More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
This is
What's
3
that?
also.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
What does this do?
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you
Oh, shit.
free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever,
10?
pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
I don't know what to
Other
do.
times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Incorrect.
I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching
Incorrect.
you try to make sense of everything and take back the control
does it say?
wrested away from you, it's quite
Active button
rich.
hit. I don't know.
Almost
I don't
hate
know what to do.
go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness,
I think we're
only
dead.
34 seconds left.
Oh, what
But
do we
I'm
do? What do we
enjoying
do?
this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Failsafe
Oh,
disabled.
dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
I have no idea.
Did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it
There must be
on?
something.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Basically, that's what I'm doing.
Buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
No.
Why would you
No.
think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your
Active
purpose in
button
this
hint
place is?
equals red 3. Is there a red 3 button?
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a
Shit.
spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving
This?
along. It's just seconds ticking
Incorrect.
to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
Oh, there's nothing.
This is not a challenge.
No
It's
hints.
a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Oh no.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or
Can I
will
get
you
out
let
of
it
here?
go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every
Disabled.
second of your inevitable life from the moment
the
you
buttons.
fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
I'm back. I'm back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, we restarted. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Hit the off button this time, maybe. Let's see where this takes us.
A set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'd like to admire it again. It was a nice lounge.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, let's see what happens if we follow him this time. No, I want to ignore him again.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm gonna be a rebel again. Let's be a rebel again after dying in a nuclear blast.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
It's all about Stanley.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her? Who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
What?
She's been waiting.
What are you talking about? I'd like to let her back in my life. Oh. Doesn't look good. Oh shit.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go.
It's apartment
All right,
427?
I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Whoa.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? No. Morning and play 47, press Z on your keyboard. Or Z. I don't want to. I don't want to press Z. Z. ZD. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
This is hitting home pretty hard. Okay, L.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
What else could I do?
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Z. Can I hit other buttons? Enter. Hit click. Hello.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Yes, adventures.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
She's naked. Oh, yeah, I want to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
I wanted to watch TV. Okay, I changed my mind. I want to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
What about the boys? Where are the boys? Just me and mannequin lady.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Game with a baby? What kids? Okay.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Oh, I do love my mannequin wife.
But there is no answer.
Oh, okay, we're getting trapped
How could
here.
there possibly be?
Back in the office.
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I'm not gonna push a button. I'm not pushing a button. I'm gonna sit here as long as it takes. But I'm not pushing a freaking button. I might push a button. Let's just give it some time. Why 8? Why 8? What's so special about 8? Okay, go to the door. It's not gonna let me do anything. I have to push the button. I can't do anything else. 7, 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, tilde. All right.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Maybe.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Please die.
And
I guess we inevitably had to follow his orders. We just died. All right.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Someone's following us now? Where? You? 428? 429, it's you, isn't it? Let's check the door. Oh god, what? Where? Wait. Oh. I got turned around. This way. Doors aren't closing this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we're going left.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I thought someone was
Feeling
following
a
us.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, let's go down. Let's go down this time. Oh, red light's not good. Red light's bad. Wait, what's this? Oh, it's just a box.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
12B4?
Why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
What?
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Good point.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
I'm gonna spill coffee.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
It's all a dream.
Oh,
it's all
what
good.
Relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Oh, okay, let's go the other way.
I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, okay.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he
I don't know what I'm thinking
very
now.
Odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a
for
dream.
certain.
Did
Typo.
the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
It's all good.
Everything
We're
will be
fine.
I am okay.
Getting tired all of a sudden. Nope, we're still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Did we die again?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Ooh.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh no.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Or is she?
Sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Poor Stanley. All because he went down the stairs instead of up to his boss's office. Okay. We got a few more options.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was
No
sublime,
admiring.
a work of art. But eager to get back to business,
No admiring.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. Just trying to think. We go this way?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh. We haven't gone this way yet. Okay. Shit. Back on track. No. No. We're going down. We're going down. Okay, jump off. Okay, here we go. Descending into darkness.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Oh, I guess I don't have a choice now. Okay, okay, we're going left.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay, we're going right.
No,
Nope.
no, not the right.
Nope.
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Go
It's
back up.
clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Okay, yeah, make sure, double check. Don't want to go the wrong way. Don't want to waste time.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay, this way. Weird place for a truck, but all right. How did it get in here? Oh, maybe through there? No. Wait a second. Where does this door even go? Oh, here it is. We're up here now.
No.
By the pirate.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh. Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Are you serious? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, we're going left.
When Stanley... Wait.
Whoa.
What? No,
I don't know what to do.
Restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely
Cross some
fresh.
wires or something.
Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. If I was a story, I'd be behind here, but I can't go behind there. But this way connects up to that way, so I'm going to go this way. Yes. Story is definitely this way. Okay. Then this... Oh, God. Does this all connect up? This connects back to the room,
I'll say
right?
it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
I think so.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again.
Oh, this is the main room.
This
This
okay,
way.
let's give it a shot. Why not?
No, I want to go. Oh, fuck.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, now there's no door.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. All right, we're going back. I want to go over there. Build coffee. Lots of coffee spilling in this office.
Aha! I knew there was something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind.
Fuck.
Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Is this a story? Oh, this looks like a story.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
Let's tell a different story.
You win! Congratulations!
Yes!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
I won. I never lose.
No, I don't feel right about this at all.
I feel okay with it.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for
I
that
don't know.
role.
I've been playing
Some
for like
people win
50
fair
minutes.
And square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
That's a lot easier. This way, right? Actually, what's going on in here? Sharpening pencils. Also hates Mondays. Prompt. Okay, let's go. Let's follow the line. We're following the line. No one ever got in trouble following a line. They've got lines at hospitals that you follow and they cure you. That's the only thing I could think of as a
You
line.
see? The
You
line
follow.
knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Oh.
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act
Sure.
of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of
going the wrong
one's
way?
subjective experience
Go
of
backwards.
that existence, right? Okay.
Sure.
Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative
walk on the wall.
experiential mental subjective construct?
Experiential is not a
Whoa, whoa,
word.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on.
That's not a
That got bit
word.
Weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know
Oh,
what?
whoa.
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Wait, whoa, whoa, adventuring music. What's this one? Nothing. Monthly ledgers, annual reviews, corporate imbalances, consolidation reports, departmental accounts, personnel files, financial records, budget analysis, and the line continues.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Oh, okay.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
You serious? Green. It's got leaves. All right, good. I got it. I got it. It's locked in. Locked in my noggin.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any
Wait.
of this ringing a bell?
Wait. It doesn't make any sense. Look at the line. But then, that's a totally different place. Right? I'm not crazy, am I? Don't answer that. What's over here? I think I'm gonna get lost.
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our
Following
own.
the line. Following the line, question mark TM. Trademark that shit. Okay, now I think I'm lost. Oh, we're back here.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Of course. Okay, we got the line.
You know
Wait.
what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're
No, we had a pretty good time
intelligent
last
people,
time.
right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Oh, 437. Okay. I was gonna say that.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
You need the music,
Just
though.
me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I want alien zombie dragons.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley,
Oh.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new
Stanley
story.
wants a line.
No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
The trademarks. It probably is actually trademarked for the Stephen King story. Well, copyrighted maybe. Maybe not trademarked. Although, can you trademark or copyright it? It's so commonly used.
Ah, a
See, I
choice.
just use it.
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Okay,
How
we're in
important
control.
We mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Well, where's the
Another
right,
victory
though?
for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
That one? Ah, that's right. The confusion ending.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide?
Okay, we're in the middle there.
I
Find the
get to
confusion
say
ending
all of this?
schedule.
Is it really?
It never forgets about previous
No, it can't
restarts.
be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
We did it!
The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Mitchell nonsense, philosophy, and music.
So, okay.
Venture into unexplored territory. Find the line again.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination.
Find a bookstore,
so I
get
hope
bored
that's
and
where
leave.
we are right now. We'll find out, won't we?
Look, reading
Eventually.
forward.
Well, in the meantime,
Oh God! It kind of scared me. So he's supposed to forget about the previous endings, and I can't remember what else happens afterwards.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, there we go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I forgot what I did last time. I think I went right. Yeah, I did go right.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait, was that there before? I don't remember that window. What's on this computer? Nothing. What's that? Business time.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
What was the
could
number?
it mean? Stanley wondered aloud.
8425?
To nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
Oh,
But his attention
nice.
was caught by a
Chianti.
keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the
2845.
terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 284. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
time we're gonna turn the machine. Actually, I don't even know what's gonna happen. I can't decide what I'm gonna do because I have no clue what's gonna happen. It could be anything. Could be playing a different game completely in a couple seconds.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. Nope, still on board with death.
Yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board. Let's do this. Let's do this. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. This is escape. Why would someone write escape there if it wasn't the escape? How long is this hallway?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
We're doing it. We're committing. Nothing if not committed.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Could go back. This place looks friendly. Not so friendly. Not so friendly. See, we're fine. Wait, are we floating?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his
shit.
demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh, shit. Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his
Get out!
body,
Jump!
killing him instantly.
Jump! Oh, we made it. See? We're fine.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh, what's this? We're in heaven.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I see. Ah. Nature paintings. What's this? Stanley's computer. Is this a Stanley museum? Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development through the core layout, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Oh, that's right. This game was like a demo originally, wasn't it? Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors at a good time. Two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, An exploration of the contradiction of this room posed. Filing cabinets. Office computers. Solitaire. Yeah, solitaire. Employee database. Can't really read that. Can't really read that. The office. Spilled coffee, of course. Wait, have we been to that grayish office? I don't think so. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and synthesized tone. Credits. Original music: Giannis Ionides, Blake Robinson, Christian Baker. Leslie Staples, Aviva Pinchas, Jenny Coughlin. Additional voice work. Original artwork: Simon Boxer, Mika Latti. I'm sure I'm like massacring these names. Steam support: Jason Riemann, Cassidy Gerber, Mike Dunkel, Peter Wyckoff. Model design: Andreas Jorgensen. Animation: Rai Soderberg. Rai? Maxime Leblet. These are some interesting names. Stanley character skin: Taggart. Dean Darko. Donnie Darko? Additional music: Siddhartha Barnhorn, Kevin MacLeod. Webmaster: Shane Sweeney. Made using Source by Valve. Written and designed by Davey Redden. Is it Redden or Redden? And William Pugh. Additional level design: Colin Eddings, and Jack Parsons. Programming: Jesus or Jesus? Let's just say it. Let's just assume it was Jesus who made this, who programmed this. Aquarius. Sound design: Robin Arnott, Eduardo Ortiz, and the impeccable Kevin Brighting as the narrator. Pretty sure it's not Jesus. Let's go this way. I'm attracted to the yellow. The office. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Oh, it looks totally different. Is it broken? The copier's broken. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same image. Was that clock there before? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? More endings, fewer endings, more narrators, fewer narrators, more Stanley, less Stanley. These are screenshots of Stanley Parable HD Remix. Point of Stanley Parable HD Remix is to win. Point of the Stanley Parable HD Remix is to lose. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're still going here. Can we actually get there? I want to play that game. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. See? Alien, dragon, zombies. That's all that I wanted in this game. And it's not really coming through for me. Action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it, it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Oh, that would have been so good. That's the awesome alien base. I think this game is probably a good choice. Oh, green light. In September 2012, we submitted the Stanley Parable to Greenlight, Valve's process of approving games for Steam. The Greenlight page had only a series of cryptic photos, which were still enough to win the community's approval. Oh, these were the photos. Okay. The lounge. Early version of the lounge. The new design's way more beautiful. The cargo lift. This second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo is actually stored. Yeah, it looks more like Portal. I don't see any cargo. Cargo lift. The cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. Oh yeah, I guess I could have gone to a different path, couldn't I have? Wait, that's counting down. Apartment timer. Previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending. Timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Oh, okay. Learning so many things about the Stanley Parable that I had no idea about. One option. Obey, disobey. One doorway to maintenance in the lounge. Number two options. 2 doorways to maintenance. Other entrances be hidden depending on how you entered. What? A hidden entrance? There's a vent in the lounge? What? 1 doorway to maintenance in the lounge and original back on track option. I think I missed stuff. Maintenance layout. The flow of hallways following the first doors was important to get right since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. Oh, these are different designs. Okay, okay. I was worried. I thought I might have to just restart the game. Play through it again. Zending. The screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. I like that, the Zending. Zending levers. These levers were originally a part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color lever they had pulled. Oh, I can't do it now? The game is now paused. Begin the game again. Resume the game. Options. Return to menu. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this is what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Oh, there's the exit. What's this? Countdown room. An early version of the countdown room. I don't... That looks pretty cool. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. That looks better too. Oh. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. Wait. Have we found the freedom ending? Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. This is so... What? Boss's office. Screens from the development of the boss's office. Yeah, that's a bit too, like... It's a bit too... That's what I'm looking for. It's not lively enough. Too gray. That's pretty good. Yeah, I guess that's what they ended up going with. That's definitely too sparse. There's nothing in there. Wait, are we back? Okay, we're back. Back at the credits. Oh, what's this? Office clock. Okay, glad we got a chance to see that again. Lounge, right? Mind control facility. Early version of the underground portion of the game. Okay, now there's an exit over there. What's this? Narration outtakes. Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game. I can't hear them. Is this able to hear them? I don't hear anything. Why is there light here?
Stanley stood on the roof.
I think I'm missing something here. Why are there chairs? Am I supposed to look that way? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I can hear the voices. I can hear the voice, but it's so quiet. I think I've actually spent more time in this museum to the Stanley Parable, development of the Stanley Parable, than I have playing the game. But we're not done yet. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down and placed the two endings together instead. Wait.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
We just... Alright, see you guys.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Sorry, I fell asleep. What happened? Is that it? Is it over? Can't tell. If I should do something or not. I think I have to... escape? Just gonna sit here? Black screen? Can't remember the ending, the descriptions of the endings. I remember one of them said that eventually the game would restart after a while. Is it this one? How long do I wait? Should I quit the game and not let Stanley die there? Begin the game again? Game is now paused. In the game again. Did we read something about this in the museum? There. Okay. Did we just start over completely?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know. Let's play through it again. I got time. We got time. We got plenty of time together.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Got nothing but time. And no place to be tomorrow. Not working.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We could do this forever, guys. Play this game forever.
The moment
0425.
he entered his manager's
Is that right?
office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere.
No.
Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take.
4,
Too much
8,
for any man
2,
to
5?
take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs.
2, 5,
the guttural
5, 2,
retching of life from a man
4,
denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, He found a keypad.
You think I'd
behind
remember
the
this?
boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
This is pretty calming.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay, here we go. This is it. This is the one. This is the one where we beat the game. I can feel it. This is the run.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Turning it off this time.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
We're turning it off. Turning this experiment off.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where
The number of Stanley again? Is it 425? I can't remember. Oh, we're going. Moving forward. End of the game.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control.
I believe it. I totally believe it. We have no control over this game at all.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy.
Wait, what's over here?
Or sad. Or content.
Is
Walking,
this open?
Eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
We're doing it. We're doing it. This is our story. This is Stanley's story. We're turning this off. Liberating ourselves. The game just literally crashed. What's happening? Why do I see a cursor?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
We won again.
He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
I don't care.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Yeah, whatever.
But as
I'm happy. I'm
sunlight
free.
streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Exactly.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking.
But why are we going down?
Perhaps
Did we
his
ever get
goal
out?
had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do.
Yes.
Or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Yes.
That was all he needed to
Look
know.
at how beautiful that
It
is.
was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
It's like- kind of a low quality environmental rendering, isn't it?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I'm happy. Also. I just got an achievement. I beat the game. Wait. What are you doing? What are you doing? I thought I just beat the game. Why are you loading? Fuck. Well, guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up here. I don't know. Is there anything else to do in this game? I have no idea. Do I just keep playing it forever? Does this game ever end? Let's just try. Let's go one more. Let's go one more. Oh, the phone.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting
Shit, it's
the
not
Future
over.
Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can
Sounds
you
like
verify
happiness.
that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly.
Beep.
Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Oh, future happiness. Okay, we need to get down to the loading bay. I want to get that happiness. I want that future happiness to be present happiness. Although I was pretty happy after that ending, but the game didn't want me to be happy.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I want my shipment of happiness.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Where's my shipment? I just assumed it would be here. Now, if I remember correctly, I can go down this other path.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone
Okay,
else can
let's-
be difficult, but the fact is that the story has
Here we
been
go.
about nothing but
Oh, nailed it.
you. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced
Danger
that I want
everywhere.
something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
We saw something beautiful.
Let me
You
prove it.
dragged me back
Let me
in.
prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, we're trapped. Trapped going this way. Really want to get that shipment.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, we're gonna give him a chance. Gonna give him a chance.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices.
Well, a red
the two
door,
of us
that's not
always
good.
trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Oh God,
I
we're stuck in a loop.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Wait, what's over here? Black, black and black. Okay. What's the solution? What's the solution? Show me the solution.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes.
Oh.
It's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Yeah, I feel pretty happy too.
I actually feel happy.
It's nicer than the outside, actually. Oh. Very tranquil. Wait, where are the lights going? Where are they going? Oh, look at that. So pretty. What's next? What's next? See if we can leave. Green lights. Does this just go on forever? I mean, we could just stay here. Never close the game. We just leave the recording going forever. But, you know, we don't have all the time in the world. I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta get some rest. Gotta sleep. You know, we're not made of time here. Our time is precious. We're not on this earth for very long. And to be honest with you, looking at lights, we were meant to do here. Let's go.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Oh, sorry.
Right. Where were we?
No. We've got work to do.
Oh no.
Where's my happiness?
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I'm not gonna hurt myself, they're just stairs. Oh, that does look pretty dangerous.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Wait, what? What? We're just gonna end it? Oh, why not?
No! Oh, no. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
Oh, now I feel bad.
But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
I'm going back. I don't know what to do now. I feel like I've done everything.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
I don't know what have I not done yet?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, there is one thing I don't think I've done yet. Isn't it like the detour?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room?
I think a man can love a room.
Truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
I think so. I think, you know.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, I don't think I did this.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't know what I haven't done from here on, though. I mean, I haven't, like, deactivated the nuclear bombs. I don't know how to do that. I did the escape thing. Let's go down again.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
This is the
and
loop
then
thing.
Something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
So you can actually play this game just forever.
Why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
We've already done this. In the game again. We've already done that one. What have we missed? I don't even know.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Is it raining? Look, it's raining.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic, like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little. This made him smile.
What?
At last, proof that he was human.
He's made him bleed a little? What?
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Okay, we did this too.
She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
We did this too.
You need to be the one to do this.
You get the game again. I think I found all the ones that I could find. Can't think of anything I missed. I think we could play this game forever.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
I don't know what else to do, guys. I'm just gonna have to wrap it up here. Let me know in the comments section if there's some ending that I missed that I should do, and I'll record it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Luckless Lovelock signing off for now. Thank you, patrons. I'll see you later. And I love you all. Hope you had fun. I really don't know what else to do. Goodbye.